course we have stuff to read, we also have stuff, computers and other resources to help people. Yeah. So do you have a library card? You don't? Okay, let's start with that. Library cards can help you with so much. They don't just help you get books, they help you access all of our other resources as well as online resources, like textbook websites and things like that. Yeah, getting a library card can be really, really beneficial even if you don't read. Yeah, and it helps support your local community as well. So it's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna grab the supplies to sign you up for the library card, and I will be right back. So much for your patience. I really appreciate it. I'm just gonna ask you a few questions, take down some notes, and then I can input it into the system and get you all set up for your library card. Okay. So the first question is your name. Okay. How do you spell that? Okay. And would I be able to get your address? This is just in case we send out newsletters and things like that. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's a great neighborhood. I've heard really good things about that area. Do you have a preference in genres? I know we already went over this, but I also have to put it on the sheet. Okay. And your reason for wanting a library card, whether it's books or that sort of thing. Yeah. Okay. Your age. Okay. Pronouns. All right. Your occupation. And phone number. All right. And lastly, just your email for contact. Yeah. Okay, that is perfect. We will have a library card for you. It will get sent to you in the mail. It'll probably arrive by the end of the week if that's alright with you. But you are still going to be able to check out a book today, even without the card, as we have all the information, and we can still put it under your account name. Because we have the account made, you won't have the physical card, for about a week, if that's alright. Okay. So let's dive in, to some options for you. I'm gonna start with a popular book. I'm sure you have heard of this. It's called The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. It's really, really popular. It's by Taylor Jenkins Reid, who has done some other really good books, like Daisy Jones and the Six, which is personally one of my favorite books. I really, really enjoyed it. I really loved the characters in that book. This book also has really, really good characters. I like her writing style. So it says, if you like the synopsis, it says, reclusive Hollywood icon Evelyn Hugo is finally ready to tell the truth about her glamorous and scandalous life. But when she chooses unknown magazine reporter Monique Grant to write her story, no one is more astounded than Monique herself. From making her way to Los Angeles in the 1950s to leaving show business in the 80s, and of the course, the seven husbands along the way, Evelyn unspools a tale of ruthless ambition, unexpected friendship, and a great forbidden love. But as Evelyn's story nears its conclusion, it becomes clear that her life intersects with Monique's own in tragic and irreversible ways. So, this book has a lot of drama. It's got romance, it's got grit, and there's some dramatic aspects and things that happen. So it's kind of got everything. Mystery. It keeps you on your toes for sure. 60 pages, I believe. Yeah, it is 62 pages, so it's a nice quick read. You could definitely read this in one sitting. It's by Gillian Flynn, who is the author of Gone Girl and Sharp Objects. Those are both really great books. I definitely recommend them if you haven't read them. I think they might be checked out right now, but I could put you on a wait list for them as well. Yeah. So this book is just a short story about a woman who becomes a psychic, and one of her clients truly believes that her house is haunted. So she goes to the house and has to try, like, she's not a real psychic, right? So she has to try and put them to ease. But then she starts to believe that it really could be haunted. And it's a great short. You can see it's super short. But it's really entertaining. It's got a really good premise. So if you're looking for something shorter, this is a really, really good option. Yeah. You want something bigger? I get it. Sometimes a challenge is nice, so I'll put that in our no pile. This one I haven't read, but a few people have checked it out this month, so I think it might be, it's got some really good reviews. So it says, meet Rachel White, a young attorney living and working in Manhattan. Rachel has always been the consummate good girl until her 30th birthday, when her best friend Darcy throws her a party. That night, after way too many drinks, Rachel ends up in bed with Darcy's fiancé. Although she wakes up determined to put the one-night fling behind her, Rachel is horrified to discover that she has genuine feelings for one guy she should run from. In her wildest dreams, or worst nightmare, this is the last thing on earth Rachel could ever have imagined happening. As the September wedding date nears, Rachel knows she has to make a choice. In doing so, she discovers the line between right and wrong can be blurry. Endings aren't always neat, and sometimes you'll have to risk all to win true happiness. Something Borrowed is a phenomenal debut novel that will have you laughing, crying, and calling your best friend. So it's called Something Borrowed. It's got a nice shiny ring on the cover. It's by Emily Griffin. So it's a romance with some drama. And it's a good size. Just over, about 340 pages. So not too long, but not too short either. Yeah. What do you think? You can pass. Okay. Totally get it. I'm not big on romance novels myself, personally. So don't worry. I completely get it. Next, we have another Gillian Flynn book. But it's much different than the short one. It's a novel. I haven't read this yet, but it is next on my list. So this is like a crime one, mystery. It says, Libby Day was 7 when her mother and 2 sisters were murdered in the Satan sacrifice of Kanaki, Kansas. She survived and famously testified that her 15-year-old brother, Ben, was the killer. 25 years later, the Kill Club, a secret society obsessed with notorious crimes, locates Libby and pumps her for details. They hope to discover proof that may free Ben. Libby hopes to turn a profit off her tragic history. She'll reconnect with the players from that night and report her findings to the club for a fee. As Libby's search takes her from shabby Missouri strip clubs to abandoned Oklahoma tourist towns, the unimaginable truth emerges, and Libby finds herself right back where she started, on the run from a killer. Yeah, so it's definitely a lot darker than the ones that I've previously shown you, but all of her books get really, really good reviews. People are a big fan of Gillian Flynn. I personally am a really big fan of her work. You'll put that in the maybe pile. Yeah, for sure. You're also welcome to take out multiple books, as long as they're back by the have the option to extend it for another week or two if you are interested in finishing it. Just give us a call and let us know, and we can extend that for you, for sure. Next, so I'm noticing that you really like the more mystery, darker ones. Evelyn Hugo isn't very dark at all, but it's got its grit. So this one is called Before She Disappeared. I haven't read this one, but one of the other librarians read it last week and really enjoyed it, said it was quite good. So it says, a recovering alcoholic with more regrets than belongings, Frankie Elkin has devoted her entire life to doing what no one else will, searching for the lost and forgotten. When the police have moved on and the public no longer remembers, when the media has never paid attention, Frankie starts looking. A new case brings her to Matt Pan, a Boston neighborhood with a rough reputation. She is searching for Angelique Badeau, a Haitian teenager who vanished from her high school months earlier. Resistance from the Boston PD and the victim's wary family tells Frankie she's on her own. As soon as she learns she's asking questions someone doesn't want answered. But Frankie will stop at nothing to discover the truth, even if it means the next person to go missing will be her. Yeah, so it's also a fair-sized book. Just over, it's about 380 pages. Is that something you'd be interested in? Yeah, we can put it maybe, and then you can look through them all. I know people say don't judge a book by its cover, but sometimes it does help draw you in more if the art or the cover is well done. So I've got a few more for you here. This book, We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. This one that you put away is by Lisa Gardner. I haven't read any of her other books, but apparently it's quite good. We Were Liars. I read this book in a single day, start to finish. I really liked it. It's, got plot twists, and you don't really know what's gonna happen, and it's really good. It's a painful read at times, for sure, but it's definitely good. So the back says, if anyone asks you how it ends, just lie. We are Sinclairs. We live, at least in the summertime, on a private island off the coast of Massachusetts. Perhaps that is all you need to know, except that some of us are liars. I personally really like when books don't have like a super big explanation. I find sometimes it can be too much of a spoiler. But this one, I think it's got like a good amount. It leaves you with a lot of questions. So this book is 250 pages about. It's exactly 250 pages. So the back here is discussion guide, which is always fun to do on your own. I love doing the little discussion guides in the back and just writing what I felt about the book. So that's always an option as well with this book. A lot of them do have discussion options in the back, but this is a quick read, really great book. Yeah, you want to put that in the yes. Definitely a good choice. I've got a few more books for you. This one is called The Girlfriend. It is quite good. I read it and I liked it. I don't remember how it ends personally. Actually, maybe I do. Doesn't matter. Maybe you will remember the ending, but it says, a girl, a boy, his mother, and the lie she wished she'd never told. Laura has it all. A successful career, a long marriage to a rich husband, and a 23-year-old son, Daniel, who is kind, handsome, and talented. Then Daniel meets Cherry. Cherry is same opportunities as Daniel, and she wants Laura's life. Jerry comes to the family wide-eyed and wants to be welcomed with open arms. But Laura suspects she is not all that she seems. When tragedy strikes, one of them tells an unforgettable lie, probably the worst lie anyone could tell. It is an act of desperation, but the fallout will change their lives forever. So, this is about 400 pages, 450 pages, so it's a little bit bigger. How are you feeling about that one? No, that's okay. I get it. That's two in the no pile, 3 in the maybe, and 1 in the yes. So, we also have an option where you can write down, we can put it on your file under your account, what books you are interested in for future reads. So, if you forget the name or anything, when you come in next time to return the books that you take home, you can say, hey, I don't remember the name of the book, but I'd really like to take it out. It sounded really good. Can you check my file? And we'll log on, check it. It'll be right there. So we can plug these into your file later if you're interested. Yeah, of course. So this one is by Gilly McGillman. I think it's Gilly McGillman. And it's called I Know You Know. And it says, 20 years ago, 11-year-olds Charlie Page and Scott Ashby were murdered in the city of Bristol. Their bodies dumped near a dog racing track. A man was convicted of the brutal crime, but decades later, questions still linger. For as long as he can remember, filmmaker Cody Swift has been haunted by the deaths of his childhood friends. The loose ends of the police investigation consume him so much that he decides to return to Bristol in search of answers. Hoping to uncover new evidence and to encourage those who may be keeping long-buried secrets to speak up, Cody starts a podcast to record his findings. But there are many people who don't want the case, along with old wounds, reopened so many years after the tragedy, especially Charlie's mother Jess, who decides to take matters into her own hands. When a long dead body is found in the same location where the boys were left decades before, the disturbing discovery launches another murder investigation. Now, Detective John Fletcher, the investigator on the original case, must reopen his dusty files and decide if the two crimes are linked, but the clock is ticking and lives are at risk. So, this book says it's about 350 pages, but it is bigger, like lengthwise, so it does have a lot to it. But I've heard really good things. I haven't personally read this one, but I've heard really good things about it. Okay, yeah, we can do that. So no for today, but you want it on your file. Yeah, let's write that down. Just get my pen. So I'm just going to put yeah, I Know You Know by Gilly Macmillan. Perfect. I'll make sure that gets in the system. Okay, the last book that I have for you that I recommend is Brain on Fire. Brain on Fire, Brain on Fire. This is a great book. It is based on a true story, and it is her true story, but she wrote it to be like not to be fiction. So it says an award-winning memoir, an instant New York Times bestseller that goes far beyond its riveting medical mystery. Brain on Fire is the powerful account of one woman's struggle to recapture her identity. When 24-year-old Susanna Callahan woke up alone in a hospital room, strapped to her bed, and unable to move or speak, she had no memory of how she'd gotten there. Days earlier, she had been on the threshold of a new adult life, at the beginning of her first serious relationship and a promising career at a major New York newspaper. She Disappears, and The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. They're making it into a movie as well. Yeah, I think it'll be really interesting to see how it comes out. Totally. By Taylor Jenkins Reid. Alrighty. So I'm just going to we're just going to scan these. Alright, there's one for you. The other one. It's just not working, sorry. There we go. That went through. So you have 1 month from today, so 4 weeks with these. But if you need more time, just give us a call. You will have your card by then. It'll come in the mail, so just give us a call. Let us know that you need extra time, and we'll just add it to your file. Alright, here you are. I am really, really happy to meet you today. You always have a community here at the library, and we're so happy to help you. Of course, yeah. Thank you so much. Well, I hope you have a lovely day. I am super excited to hear how you feel about the books.